Don't look now, but it's the 49th season of The Rep, and it opens up tomorrow night, and boy, they're opening up with a bang. All the way opens up tomorrow night at The Rep. Stephen Wolf, the artistic director of The Rep. Stephen, welcome back to the show.
Hey, McGraw, great to be here.
And Brian Dykstra is with us. You, Brian, are playing LBJ in the show.
That is correct.
49th season.
You bet.
Wow.
It's pretty exciting.
Sure. And you're opening up with a bang.
Absolutely, with a bang. The first thing to say, I mean, Brian as Lyndon Johnson is brilliant, but there are 18 other people in the play. It's not a one-man show. There are 19 cast members playing about 45 parts.
That is really almost unheard of in terms of how many people.
Oh, my God, yeah, it's big.
Yeah,
It's big, it's massive, but the ideas are massive also.
Yeah.
What Johnson did, this is about the first 11 months of his administration, from the Kennedy assassination to finally the election as the legitimate president.
And we were talking off the air.
Yeah.
People forget everything Lyndon Johnson was involved in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything he was involved with has impact today.
Yeah. Brian, how did you come to the part?
Steve contacted me on Facebook and asked me if I was available.
It's show business. You know?
I asked for. I hadn't read it because I was when I was in New York. I didn't get to see it because I was doing something else, and I thought it was a one-man show, which is not. I don't know. I read it and I wrote back and I said, "That's great. If this was an offer, sure. If you want me to audition, great." And he wrote back and said, "No, that was an offer." And I said, "Okay, well, then let's do that."
What was it about Brian that you thought that this would be perfect?
Oh, because he's a brilliant actor. He's real smart, and also has a lot of stamina. This role is huge, as you can tell. He's barely off stage. I've got a huge chart of where people are, and they're like 3 blocks of this chart that he's not on stage.
At the longest one, that was the very beginning. It's like the third scene of the play. I get my longest break. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
How do you memorize all those lines?
Yeah, right. Normally, that's a question we sort of make fun of because it's not really, you get that question a lot from audience, and it's, you sort of tie it to what you're doing, and they just sort of soak in because that's what your job is. This play's so oddly episodic that the arc happens in a sort of epic scale, but things don't necessarily go from A to B to C. They sort of go A, D, F. So it was a bit of a challenge, this one. It was a lot of going home and just hermiting up and going over it and over and over.
Right. You also have to sort of become Lyndon Johnson, do you not?
Well, we talked about like what do we want here. So we decided that a kind of a rich little impersonation kind of thing was not going to work. So you let that research soak in. But to me, like any other play, there's a playwright who has a particular understanding of human psychology, and so that's what you're trying to find out. That's how you sort of map through the play. Yeah, we worked on accent. My hair is combed back. I'm wearing the right clothes. I have the right glasses. There's a lot of sort of, character is how you do something.
Right.
So you sort of figure out how to do this in a way that connotes or suggests Lyndon Johnson.
There's a great, I think it's a YouTube video or something, where Lyndon Johnson, the actual audio or video is of him demanding bigger crotch area. Did you demand bigger crotch area for
It's actually in the script.
It's in the script.
It's in the script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. So we get to the heart of
Right,
LBJ's
the first
administration.
and second scene of the play, we are there.
Yeah, you understand who this man is.
Yeah, right.
Bryan Cranston played him on Broadway.
Yes.
Got a lot of attention. I think was nominated for a Tony or two.
He won a Tony. He won a Tony. The play won a Tony.
You didn't see it. Are you glad you didn't see it because you were afraid to try and be Bryan Cranston, or you be doing the part?
No, I've heard that concern. I saw Jerusalem, another play that was in New York, before I did it. I didn't know I was going to do it, and it's just the kind of people ask me, "Are you going to do what?" Oh God, what's his name in Jerusalem? The actor. Are you going to try and do what Mark Rylance?
Right,
I'm
Mark
like,
Rylance,
no,
yes.
Because I'm not him. So I think if I saw Cranston do it, I'd understand. I'd
appreciate it, but
soak in or something, but
right.
it just doesn't really affect how I sort of look at things now.
Yeah, okay. Tell us about the rest of the season coming up.
The rest of the season. So all the way, we open with an Angel Street, great English thriller that people also know as Gaslight, if you know the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Then staying on the main stage, then Peter and the Starcatcher, the prequel to Peter Pan.
Right.
Sweet, lovely, improvisational kind of play. Great for the family. I'd say kids over 12, not that there's anything.
Written by a St. Louisan.
Written by a St. Louisan,
Yeah.
who's going to be around the show.
Beautiful.
Then The Lion in Winter. It's about Eleanor of Aquitaine and Henry.
Right.
And who's going to succeed him.
Such a great play.
Great play, great movie. Been wanting to do it for years. Then Disgraced, which won the Pulitzer Prize by our friend Ayad Akhtar. Complicated play about ethnic issues and cultural issues. Powerhouse of a play. And then the main stage season closes with a new play called Satchel Paige and the Kansas City Swing. And it's about Satchel Paige, baseball, and jazz of the era.
Wow. And the Negro League Hall of Fame is right next to the Jazz Hall of Fame in Kansas City.
That is correct.
Which is a must. You must.
Yeah.
Everybody must go see that. That's excellent. Okay, Brian, you live in New York. You mentioned you're here in for the play. Take a moment, just talk about the Rep in general, and tell us: are we lucky to have such a great cultural institution like the Rep here?
You are lucky to have such a great cultural institution like the Rep here. You go to. There, I'm an actor, so it's like where the crop's growing, what needs picking, and you sort of go where the work is. But so I've seen a number of regional theaters across the country, and they're great places to work. But this is certainly way up there in where you want to go. I mean, just the talent that they have, the access that they have to the kinds of materials they need to give you the stuff you need to work with. I mean, you can't do this play. I mean, I suppose you could do it in a small space. You'd sort of have to squeeze it down and make it kind of reader's theater or something. But this play demands a kind of scope that a physical plant like this has to have. And then the people that you're meeting are like, oh, these are pros. These are consummate pros in every in every slot.
I tell friends of mine who don't live in St. Louis that you have no idea the theater opportunities you have here in St. Louis, whether it's the Muni, whether it's the Fox, whether it's the Rep. It's just, we are really very lucky to have people like you.
Yeah, the cultural scene is alive, and the theater scene is buzzing here.
And
no
it's great.
Question about it.
And people should take advantage of it. So you haven't been to the Rep, shame on you. All the Way opens tomorrow, runs through October 4th. Stephen Wolf, where can I get not only tickets for All the Way, but where can I get season tickets?
You can call us at 314-968-4925 and on the internet at repstl.org.
And if you complain about there's nothing on television, turn off the boob tube and head over to the Rep.
And show up, because it's the biggest show we've ever done. It's huge.
45 different speaking parts, or 45 different characters, I guess.
Yeah, at least. And projections and live video. It's an enormous production.
That's fantastic. Brian Dykstra, enjoy the Rep, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
You got Stephen Wolf, artistic director of the Rep, repstl.com. I'll be there tomorrow.
.org.
repstl.org. I'll be there tomorrow night. You should get there before October 4th and see All the Way. Opens tomorrow night at the Rep. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, McGraw.
928, Big 550.